Bouffant Buddies.
Look what we're wearing.
We're matching.
It's our Disney merch. And look, it's like Disneyland on back. So good.
We found them.
Yes, oh my gosh. What a nightmare.
If you
These
watched...
are discontinued. You can't buy these anymore. Unless there's an XXL floating around there somewhere, which there was like two when we went. But this is the smallest I could find without getting the child size.
Yes, if you watched our D23 vlog, you will know that we were searching all weekend for these.
Yes, for the sizes that like we could manage to wear in real life. So I found a large, and then we were like, okay, well, we'll see if we can find another one that's smaller, and then we didn't, so we went back and there was one left, and I was like, it's mine.
Yes.
So we wanted to make this video to just talk about our D23 experience.
We hope will help you guys in the next 2 years to prep. So D23 is 2021. Hopefully there's enough time to prepare if you watch our video.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So, we wanted to first talk about purchasing tickets.
Obviously, they're really important. So that's an admission to get inside the gates and inside onto the con floor. There are panels and there's merch, and that's the exposure that you get. Other cosplayers is on the con floor.
Right.
If you do want the full experience, we do recommend going ahead and getting the whole weekend pass.
Yeah.
We got 1 day, which we thought would be enough. It wasn't.
Like it turned out fine, and we were able to like meet up with our groups and do everything. But if we were to do it again, we would definitely just get one for the weekend, then wait. That way, if you decide you want to go, you can go. Because we were like trying to coordinate it with going to the park and like doing stuff, and we were like, well, we just didn't want to overcommit. So we highly recommend if you're gonna go, just get the whole weekend.
One thing that I did, which was super helpful, was I signed up for their subscription so that they notified me when the tickets were available. Up until probably like the month before, I checked the tickets again on the website, and the full weekend pass was still available. It's probably closer to 200. If that is a little bit too much of a chunk of change for you and you do want to sit on it, just make sure you are watching it. This D23 did completely sell out. So if that's any indication, you're gonna want to get tickets.
2 years from now, it's gonna be even bigger.
Even bigger. Those are one things we didn't do, but we would recommend doing it if that's something that you're interested in.
We had a lot on our plate already, and we weren't sure of the exactly like schedule for photo shoots and things like that, and which I'm kind of glad we didn't sign up for panels, because when you go, and I assume it's like other Comic-Cons, but I really had no idea exactly how long and how much time it requires, because when you get a reservation online to do those panels, then you have to show up like at least 2 hours before that panel happens. So it's basically a reservation to get a reservation.
And that's the thing too, is like that 2 hours is to make sure you get a good seat.
Right.
If you don't care about being in the back or the nosebleeds or whatever, then that's fine. But if you're actually wanting like front row or middle or what have you, then you have to make the commitment that that is where you're going. And we did have some cosplay cohorts who were doing panels, so they would have to leave the photo shoot earlier or whatever we were doing to then get into line. Also, it is like a park ride. So like you're standing there, so just sort of be prepared for that if you are going to do the panels. Waiting time.
Be prepared. Go ready with like things to do, extra batteries. For your phone or your, gaming system, whatever you're using.
Bring a backpack if you can. If you are cosplaying, it is helpful to have it sort of go with your costume. When we had pockets for Punk, it was like a whole new world.
It's a game changer.
It was amazing.
It was like the rest of the time, especially for Coco, it was like our wedding day. And we're wearing our wedding gowns all day. And had nowhere to put anything.
Nowhere.
And it's rough. And you have to, like when you're walking, we stayed like 2 blocks away. And 2 blocks is a long time when you are in full getup. They have pretty tight security. So if you can get a backpack that's like clear, like that will help express you through places.
Or like a smaller one too. We had one for the park that was probably like yay big.
Right, and then I had like a little satchel
And we have fanny packs.
Yeah.
So anything small is good. One, you want to keep it light because you'll be wearing it all day. It's just like dealing with the park. You want to make sure you have some sort of water, you have some snacks and stuff like that, because the food, there is food inside, but there's long lines and a lot of the time it's expensive.
Treat it like it is the park.
And like the park, security this year was before the actual Comic-Con itself. In the Anaheim Convention Center, there is this wonderful like alleyway before the actual doors of the Comic-Con. Previous years, the security was right at that door. So you were able to what's called ghost, which means that you could just hang out at the Comic-Con but not actually go in. This year, that was not
possible.
The case.
And to our surprise and somewhat dismay, because there's like a whole like walk up to the convention courtyard kind of area with a fountain, and usually security is placed behind that, and there was no way to even like get anywhere around it
without
like,
a ticket. So we highly recommend going. If you are at all on the fence, do it. Not only are there really fun cosplays, like us, but they also announce like everything you can imagine.
Right.
Any sort of game, hotel expansion, ride expansions, new movies.
You get to see like 24 hours for anybody else. You get to see the trailers. The Black Widow one was revealed. Scarlett Johansson was there.
So if you can, you should start saving your pennies now, because that's what we're doing. And we hope to see you there. We don't know what our lineup is yet.
We don't.
But
no. We've got a few other
2
things
years
in
away.
between.
We got a couple things.
But yeah, go for us if you're there.
Yeah.
Because we want to have dialogue and we want to talk about it. I mean, anything we didn't cover, we'll definitely try and answer those questions.
Comment below those questions, or feel free to direct message us on Instagram. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, please. And remember to follow us on Instagram at Bouffant Buddies for our more day-to-day shenanigans and shorter, funny videos.
Right.
We really appreciate all of you guys' support.
Yeah, we had a blast.
We
so
did.
Thanks for going along the ride with us, and thanks for watching our vlog. If you watched it, it worked out really well. So if you enjoyed it, we appreciate it, because we put work into it.
We worked really hard.
And we were really proud of it. So thank you.
All right.
And we'll see you soon.
Thanks, buddies.
Bye-bye.
Bye.